All right, what's going on, everyone? It's been a minute. I think it's been almost 280 days since I've last uploaded or something like that. You know? I've been doing things. Mainly crashing out, doing NPC things, making some money, making some plans. If you've been a long time subscriber, which highly doubt you have, as you can see, the Mercedes is no longer here. I've said it in other videos. I sold that thing. If you're wondering how much I made on it, I'm not sure. I bought it for $2,700. I basically doubled my money. If you're the IRS, I didn't double my money. I wish I would have never sold that thing. I'd rather have the car than the money. The problem with old cars like that is they're not really expensive, but you spend a lot of time working on them, or you spend a lot of money paying someone else to work on them. Like that car, if I would have just taken that car to a dealer or like a shop and been like, I'm doofed in the head, buddy, fix it. They would have just took me for a ride, and more than likely someone wouldn't even be able to afford work on it. So the dude who bought it from me, he got lucky, you know. He sold the car. I think Buddy sold the car for double what I sold the car for, but he put like BBSs on it. He redid the interior. He put a new soft top on it. Thing looked clean when he sold it. But yeah, let's get into what I'm doing today. I'm not sure what my problem is. My whole phone is like a 250 gigabyte phone, and I need a new phone anyways. So these videos will probably just stay on there forever, but my whole phone is full of like videos and stuff of like other projects. I got Mercedes videos that will never see the internet, or no one else will ever see them. My grandfather was kind of the same way. I was cleaning up my dad's house months ago, like 8 months ago or something, and there's like a whole like case, and this is back when recording videos wasn't even, like, most people didn't have a camera. Like having a personal camera to record videos, I'm talking like the 1940s, 1950s. Buddy was recording in color, my grandfather, and he has all these videos of like trips and like his hot young wife and shit. And you know, they're kind of like deteriorated because my dad for some reason stored them outside in a shed. I don't know what him and his dad had a problem with or something, but so the film's kind of messed up. But I'd like to get that film put on digital and maybe even share it either on here or on a different YouTube channel. I'm rambling too much. Let's get into what I was doing today. But about today, I have this Stihl leaf blower, and I found this thing on the side of the road. It was like a, I don't know how you describe it, like they were just getting rid of all their junk, you know. This is probably like their dad's blower or something, or they had a long time. This is clearly a classic blower, because what's the model, something or another? It's a BR340. And when I talked to the dude about, at a Stihl dealer near me, he was like, man, these things haven't been made in forever. And I was like, yeah, I know, that's why I need to get this thing working. He was like, all right, I get it. But so if you look right here, there's basically the tools: spark plug socket, star head for all the bolts. And if that isn't enough, you got screwdriver for adjusting the carbon junk. But so I took this thing all apart and put a new gaskets on it and stuff, but that wasn't the problem. And again, I don't know what's wrong with me. I got the whole video. It's kind of funny. I'm fucking cranking on this thing, and it finally starts and it runs. But the old gasket and stuff or the needle and seat is gunked. So let's talk about if you have a bad needle and seat. Bad needle and seat will mean that it'll be dumping fuel out the exhaust and stuff, and it won't start right. And if it does start, it's like sluggish. It has no throttle and stuff, and yeah, it's just frigged. So, and man, I also waited till a great day to start doing this. It's hot as heck out today. It's like gonna be like 97 degrees, so it's gonna feel hotter than that. But so I got this thing started and it was working, but it took, and that's another thing. It takes, even if you will get it started, which you more than likely won't get your tool started if it has a bad needle and seat, because you need to do a million cranks and it's slugged and junk, and you know, with the choke on or off, it doesn't matter. Choke's up, because you can look right here, and I still have the cover. The reason I never put the cover back on is because I just friggin' quit, you know. Not sure why, but yeah, I'm gonna take this apart again real quick and show you how to fix a needle and seat with just a friggin' Q-tip drill bit, you know what I'm talking about? And yeah, so I'm gonna rip this thing down and show you where the needle and seat is, show you what I'm talking about. It's not actually like a like needle, like doctor's needle, so I don't know why they call it that, but yeah, let's do this. And before I start, let's show you that I'm not BSing you. This thing is gonna start. Choke will be on. On. Let's give it just like a little bit of throttle. Give it a chance, you know. Let's give it all the throttle, just so you know. Turn the choke off, just so you know. Alright, yeah, so it's not gonna start. And if you're here right now, you can smell lots of gas. Lots of gas frigging this thing up. Okay, let's go. That's fuel, lots of fuel in there. That's the problem with bad needle and seat is doesn't get the right fuel. Hopefully my gaskets are still okay. Of course, I tightened it really tight. Oh, okay. Oh, shit. Why is this under so much pressure? That's why. Okay, well, there's that. Man, it squirted all over me. Well, alright, well, we know now it was sealed pretty good. Wonder if the gaskets are still gonna be okay. Damn, this thing is leaking way too much. Alright, oh yes, the needle and seat. And here's the needle and the seat. This diaphragm right here tells how much fuel to go in. This is the diaphragm I replaced because see how it has a little bit of movement. It's still okay a little bit, even though it's been sitting here with ethanol on it. And that's the problem why it goes bad, is the ethanol makes the diaphragm right here, makes it hard, and when it doesn't have any spring back, can't tell more fuel because the air coming in, and then it won't run. So now I'm going to take this thing apart and it's going to fall everywhere. We're going to try and not lose the parts. And I'll show you what's wrong. Main thing is I don't want to lose this spring. Loosen that up a little bit. Oh, here's the spring. Here's the fork that holds the needle. The fork that holds the needle. And we just lost the needle and it's right here. And you can't see, but see how it's all gunky? Man, this thing being under pressure made a big friggin' mess. What we're gonna try and do here is take this drill and put a friggin' Q-tip in it. And do something like this. It's dirty, can you see? And the last thing I'm gonna do is stick a friggin' wow, did you see me catch that? That was weird. This is also what I replaced when I originally did the video. I replaced this gasket and this diaphragm right here, because that's usually what goes bad on a small engine. Right now, this is the hard part, getting all this needle and seat back in. Oh man, I forgot how hard this is. How did I know which way it went? Guessing. It fits better one way. Alright, so hindsight is some numbers or something. I have this thing all back together. I don't have this cover shield back on, the pretty looking shield, whatever. All you have to do to take that off and put it back on is, there's 3 bolts here, here, and here. This thing just comes off. It's basically on like a sprocket thing that this thing locks into. This thing just recoils. As long as this thing isn't broken, you can just take it off and it won't unwind or something. If your cord's broken, that's a whole different story. You need to take this thing apart. I did it on that mower. I got that mower with that Forrest Gump mower that I did that whole video on, that I made pretty good money on selling. I bought it for $100, sold it for 500 or something. But so, you know, I'm gonna, like I said, hindsight's a number or something. But so I believe my problem was, see the gasket right here and right here? This gasket right here sucking in that creates the vacuum. That's why I put that gasket sealer on, so it's more like, you know? This one, I don't think entirely matters because there isn't an air-fuel ratio. The air-fuel ratio is in the motor, okay? So the spark plug's good, I know that, I tested it. Basically, I think what happened was the diaphragm, like I showed you, the little circle in and out thing, that thing went bad on this thing. And then when I took it apart, I didn't put a new gasket on right here. So the needle and seat actually wasn't that dirty, but if you have a bad needle and seat, do what I just did, try and clean the needle, try and clean the seat. If that doesn't work, do what I just did as well. Just put some gasket sealer on the 2 gaskets and call it a Houdini or something, you know? So what I'm gonna do is, I'm just gonna start this in my garage where all this gas is, because Yeah, but so if this thing just starts right up, yeah. It still has a little bit of gas in it, so. And this is mixed fuel, by the way. So we're gonna put the chokes off, chokes on. I believe choke is up on. Choke up is on, okay. We're doing math here. This thing looks to be on. Give it just a little bit of gas. Maybe no gas. Any more gas? Any more gas? Maybe no choke. So somehow every time I try to make a video, even if I haven't made one in a year, my neighbors always have their lawn company come out. When I first got this thing started with the bad air fuel or whatever, it wouldn't stayed running for a bit, but it wouldn't have any throttle. It was just like cause the suction right here, which is the air fuel ratio, the sucking of the exhaust is the air fuel ratio, which pulls that diaphragm, which pulls the needle up, which lets more fuel go in to the carb, which lets more fuel go into the cylinder, which makes the smoke come out the back. And you can tell it hasn't ran in a while because how much smoke came out the exhaust. But so, yeah, this thing was free. It's probably, you know, on marketplace it's probably a $250 to $300 blower, but it's more valuable to me because it's a smaller engine. Like it's like a personal, the 340. Now they make like 600s and stuff, which is like a jetpack size big thing that's like commercial. They don't really make the smaller ones anymore, and they definitely don't make the ones that have their own tools anymore, which is bizarre because I basically fix this whole thing with just this one tool. And yeah, to get the shield back on, which I guess I'll do right now. All right, yeah, dang, I still got it. Pull cords. And shield's on. I'm gonna try and start this one more time and show you that it all works. It all worked. I don't know if you just saw it started literally first drip. It would never have done that before with the leak in the carb. But I mean, do both seals. If you're putting gasket seal on, might as well do it on the intake and the intake into the cylinder. The exhaust back pressure pulling out the cylinder, back pressure is pulling the fuel in. That's the air fuel mix. So now I got a nice old classic Stihl blower for free. I think I spent $15 on the gaskets. Like the the diaphragm and the other gasket on the other side. And the only thing I'm missing is the extendo clip on this thing. It should be longer, but oh, and I somehow need to figure out how to get this thing to clamp back on there, because that's the only problem, this thing. So I know why the dude threw it away. The diaphragm was bad, but these old Stihls, especially something like a Stihl, you can still buy the diaphragms and the gaskets for, thankfully. They still support it. I'm not sure how old this thing is. I'm gonna guess 15, 20 years old or more. If someone knows in the comments, they can tell me, but they don't make these square shields anymore. But so yeah, hope that helps someone. If you have a bad yard equipment or something or another, you know. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.